What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning into this channel. If you are new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button and like and follow this channel for more videos. So today I'm gonna go ahead and go through how to install Configuration Manager on your client computers. Now there are few ways you can do this. You can do this by the client push installation. You can do this manual installation. You can also do this by GPO group policy installation as well. So let me just go through the first and second, and then I'll go through the later one in my later videos. So to install Configuration Manager, as we can see, this computer is turned on. This is turned on, and we can see from here I have my client 4 and my client 3 already turned up, and that's what we can see in my configuration manager console right here. So client 4 is up, running, client 4 is up, running, client 3 is also running. Client 1 and 2 are actually turned off. From a Hyper-V, you can see client 1 and 2 are turned off, 3 and 4 are running. So we actually want to make sure that we have a client installed on our configuration manager client installed on these two computers. Now there are two ways I want to use for this. There are actually 4 different ways we can install the configuration manager client on these computers, but I'm gonna go ahead and do the first two and do the other two later on. So as you can see, we do have these two turned off. We do have these two turned on. All these computers are on. Now you can see we do have a green check mark here. This is showing that we have the computer is turned on, and we also do have our client installed on this computer, and this is our gateway server computer. It's actually on, and we do have our client installed on it. Now to install the client on our client 3 computer, we can just right click on it and then install client, and then it will be just a manual follow-up in with this installation, and then it will install our client. Now sometimes you do this installation from the wizard, and after installing it, sometimes it doesn't work. Yeah, sometimes the installation doesn't work. As you can see, it's still showing no. Pretty much you gotta wait for a few minutes before you see if it's gonna work, but sometimes it doesn't work at all. So that's some of the problems that happens installing the client on our computers. So you can manually install the computer. Now to manually install this on our computer, what we're gonna do is to go to where we'll find the client installation files, and we can do that when we go to our C drive, and then we'll go to our program files, and then we'll look for configuration manager, and then what we got to do is to look for the client. Now we have to copy the whole file. We are actually looking for this. We have to run this on the client computer, but what we need to do is to copy the whole file, and then we paste this whole file in our client computer C part. So what we're going to do is to look for our client 3 computer, which is actually updating right now. Minimize that. Then what we're going to do is to go to C drive and then program files, and then we can paste this client file here. So once we paste our folder in our C drive, we double click it, open it, and copy the setup file. This is SCCM setup.exe file. We can find it right here in the properties. SCCM setup.exe file. Copy it, and then what we're going to do is to paste this file on our desktop. And then once we do that, we right click it and run it as an administrator. And then as you can see, it says this program might not have installed correctly. Install using compatibility settings. So let's try this and see. Did this program work correctly? Yes, this program worked correctly. No, launch the troubleshooter. So yes, so as you can see, I restarted the computer, and as you can see, we do have the client installed on our client 3 computer. We do have our configuration manager installed on our client 3 computer. So let's just check it out and see if it's working. This is our client 3 computer. Minimize that and see if it's gonna work here. What we're gonna do is to just go to control panel, and we can see that it should be able to install configuration manager here. See, we don't have that yet here, and we do. Let's see if we do have the software center. Okay, so we do have the software center here, which is installed, and we should be able to have the configuration manager also installed in our control panel. Let's see if we can find it. Still not here yet. Oh, there it is. Configuration manager. There it is. So pretty much we use this to trigger actions, any actions that we set up in our endpoint configuration manager console. If we are trying to push applications or packages to this computer, or if we set up control baselines, or if we set up any GPOs, what we do is to use this configuration manager action panel side to trigger whatever we did set up. So let's just say I pushed an installation package to this computer client 3. Now, once I did that, if I just want to make sure that it's working, or if I'm doing it for training purposes, just to show people that this actually did work. Once I deploy the package to this computer, what I need to do is to just come here and open this up come to the action side. And if depending on what it is, if it's a compliance policy, if it's software that you pushed, if it's an application you just try to run it, you pretty much try to run if you can or if you want. If you really don't know which one it belongs to, you can run everything. It hurts nothing. Run them, and then once you do that, the package that you push to this computer will pretty much show up. I'm gonna go ahead and push some packages to this computer in my next video. So just stay tuned and make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet. And I will be back with you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.